And we are live. Welcome to the Political Orphans, the bold new voice of independent media where left meets right. Powered by you, our commenters. My name is Nico Lagan, and I am a conservative. To my left, my co host, Rob Ambrose. Unfortunately, he's a liberal, but our goal is simple: challenge the narrative, reject political bias, and tackle the topics that mainstream media won't touch. But above all, we want to create a space where people who disagree can have a civil conversation and find solutions to the problem that we face together. Now, if it's the first time watching, yes, we do record for 2 hours, but if you're looking for a specific topic, just look at the bottom of the screen. The actual video is going to be chopped down into specific chapters so you can find what you're looking for. But I highly suggest that you stick around because our show is 2 hours. Want to know why? Because we interact with our commenters. So not only do we debate each other, we debate people in the audience, but we interact with their comments as well. Now, what are the topics of the day? First, the man who planned to bomb Toronto synagogues gets house arrest. A convicted sex offender gets to adopt a baby boy. Are we getting closer to losing control over AI? We have some Alberta updates for you guys. The city of Winnipeg cancels Sean Feucht booking permit. A woman is beat up in Cincinnati and the police chief blames her social media and somehow tells us she's racist. Sweeney's American Eagle ad is being called racist, and I'm ashamed to say that Jow Swoll bitched out. If you don't know who that is,
Joey
I'll
Swoll,
let you. Exactly. So Rob knows exactly who I'm talking about. So get your comments ready because the show starts now. What's going on, man?
What's happening, brother?
Jow Swoll.
Yeah, I even made I made an X post about him last night, guys. You knew that was gonna happen, right? You never give an inch to the woke mob. Nope. It only emboldens them. It triggers a prey drive, and they'll come at you harder.
Man, I'm so disappointed that he bitched out. I'm very disappointed because I really like his content. Like I've always been a fan of his content. I love his stuff. That's what you were trying with the.
I was trying to do that. Yeah, I wonder if we can change that so it's just like the overlay, like.
That's the beauty of this platform. Is Jesus, don't play with shit you don't understand. Okay, don't play with the stuff.
Just pressing buttons.
Man, that is massive. I'm gonna have to check to see if there's a better way to do this.
A way to make that smaller.
Yeah, right now I'm just gonna disable it, but
yeah, we'll figure that out later.
I will. Oh yeah, 100%. But what's going on, wise guy? Kenny, all of those. Stop
go ahead.
Making Jesus. all of those roids turned his unit into a vag.
Yeah.
You know, I really, really like his content because it is true. I see a lot of dumb shit at the gym, and I've been at it for 20 years. So I've seen the stupidest of the stupid. I've been probably in 40, 50 different gyms across America in the past 3 years alone. And man, there's really good stuff, but social media is destroying the gym life. Like all those dumb bitches recording themselves at the gym and you walking in front of their camera or at an angle, somehow it's your fault. And they literally wear bikinis.
Yeah, so that you'll look. And then once you look,
squat right there. You know, there's so many parodies of that. Like the guy's just doing bicep curl, and there's a girl almost sitting on him doing squats.
And he'll glance over for a split second, and she puts him on blast. Yeah. There's I like Joey Swoll's stuff too. He seems like a cool guy, but man, you could kind of understand maybe somebody, bowing to the woke mob 4 or 5 years ago. Like it was a weak move then too, but like they had the full force of the culture behind them at that point. But now they don't. Yeah. Like, as we're going to talk about with the Sweeney thing, like a lot of time, like people don't give a shit about these clowns anymore. And I don't know why Joey Swoll gave a shit about that. Because he, as soon as I saw the apology, I was like, this is not going to go well. And 2 hours later, he's like, I'm done. But he got.
What do you mean? Hold on, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So, surprise, surprise for our intelligent, beautiful listeners. Even Rob is not aware of this because I wanted to make it a surprise. On Friday, I got 2 doctors joining us to talk about the healthcare system. I gotta give credit to, hold on, his name is Matt Strauss. I just want to make sure. He is not a guy that I know.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Because he has a very good following on. So I'm just gonna share my screen, and to answer Joe Stradamus, first day on the new platform, correct. This is the first day we're testing this platform. So yes indeed. I don't like the way it's the colors are right now. Like that was.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure this out here, guys. Let us know if you like it.
Yeah. I think blue's a bit.
It's a bit aggressive. Yeah.
I'm just curious to see. It's because we couldn't see the comments, and comments are important. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Let me put that back. I just want to see.
See if you can.
See, that's a lot better because with the white you couldn't see much. But yeah, it is the first day on the platform, so let us know if you like it. If you don't like it, we'll figure it out. Either way, let me share my screen for the first time here. This is. So Jow Swoll, not Jow Swoll, but Matt Strauss right here. Can I drag this around? That's so weird. That is not. Oh, see, that's not bad.
That's okay.
Hold on. This is probably better. There you go. That's similar to the other. Cool.
Yep.
So Matt Strauss, let me bring that up right here. This is, let me just not Google him, but search for him. Because I got to give him props for this. So Matt Strauss, nope, I can't type. Let me see, can I just click? Why can I not just click on his down? That's so annoying. Matt Strauss. There we go, that's a guy. So, he's a MP for Kitchener South.
Okay.
He's a conservative, and I was doing some research as to who could we get on the show in order to speak about our healthcare system. All the people that came up through Grok were old school. Really, they didn't seem to have any social media platform. I couldn't find emails. I would have to call them, maybe fax them or send a pigeon message. And I found that guy. I reached out to him. I don't know the guy, never spoken to him before. I'm like, hey, Matt, I see that you know this guy. Do you have any pull with him? Because I'm looking to do this, and maybe you have somebody to recommend. Recommends me 2 guys. So first off, Dr. Chris Milburn, and he recommended Dr. Sean Watley, and this is freaking hilarious because obviously he talked to them. He sent me their numbers, like their contact information. I texted them this morning, and they both individually agreed to come on the show.
Nice.
Chris
cool.
agreed. Chris agreed. He's like, yeah, I'll be there at 9:30 tomorrow. 12:30, sorry, tomorrow. Then I'm like, Sean responds right away saying, hey, I'm interested. Because I'm used to having to text 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 people in order to get one fucking response. Both of them respond. So I'm like, now I got them both booked at the same time on Friday, 12:30.
Oh, they're both going to be here.
They don't know each other, but you know what's funny? Once they both told me they're interested, I'm like, hey, would you do an episode with my liberal co-host, myself, and the other
so they know there's going to be another doctor.
But that's but the funniest thing, yeah, of course I wouldn't fucking surprise them like that. What's funny is that I asked, hold on, let me read exactly what they said so I'm not lying. But he was saying, I'm like talking to Sean, I'm like, hey, Chris Jacinto, sir, would you be okay with him being on the show at the same time as you? So I asked him the same question. He's like, I'm a big fan of Chris, absolutely.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Then Chris answers me. He's like, oh, I'm a big fan of Sean. I read his book.
Nice.
He wrote a book that I'm gonna have to look at. The name of the book, Sean's book is When Politics Comes Before Patience.
Ooh,
I'm
interesting.
gonna have to, but that's
Yeah.
funny. Both of them
Well,
are praising each other individually. I'm like, oh, I'm such a fan of that guy. Oh, I'm such a fan
yeah,
of
yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
Well,
It's gonna
guess
be
what?
a big bromance. Yeah.
I guess they're gonna be a fucking bromance brought to you by the political homos. I mean orphans. And also, that's on Friday, 12:30. We're gonna have two doctors to be able. We have them for 30 minutes from 12:30 to 1 to talk about the state of our healthcare in Canada. To speak exactly about CTAS. This is what I was explaining yesterday. The rating system that the triage nurse will give people, and remember that's in response to the story out of Oakville that this family is suing the Oakville hospital because their son was rated level 2, which he
Yep.
should have been seen within 15 minutes by a doctor, was seen in a few hours, ended up dying because of that, and his condition was treatable. So it is really out of poor system, broken system. Call
So
it what you want.
it wasn't even that he was triage. He was given the correct
Yep. Yep.
designation. They just didn't
Yep.
give him the treatment that designation should
It's
have.
just
Okay.
that they didn't give him the time frame. 95% of level 2s are supposed to be answered or being seen by a doctor within 15 minutes. And as per the research that I've done, the national average right now is between an hour and a half and 2 hours. So it's nowhere fucking close to being where it should be. And in this case, the kid died because they didn't respect the time frame that they're supposed to have. So they're
Yeah.
going to come up to talk about this, and both of them are very vocal about this. So they're similar to the food processor yesterday. They have the balls. I'm not going to bring guests on that don't have the balls to talk about the real issues. They're going to
Yes.
shy away from that. There's
Yep.
no point about having conversations with those type of individual, but those two guys seem to be ballsy as shit.
Nice.
And as a reminder for for the conservative listeners or for the people that want to hear conservative talk tonight, like every Wednesday, I have the conservative corner with David Creighton at 7. It's going to be streamed here on his platform, so you can watch it on the Political Orphans. So if you're interested, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, myself and David Creighton will be talking about conservative stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's funny enough. I was looking. Sean. We're gonna have to talk about Sean because there's an update. But Sean Feucht reposted one of David Creighton's article. So David Creighton wrote about Sean. Sean reposted it. So very interesting. I was watching I was looking at his feed. I'm like, cool. I recorded that.
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So shall we?
Let's
Get
dig into it. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting enough, I don't know what the fuck I was smoking this morning, but I didn't even get a video for the first story. That's
All
not gonna
good.
be hard to find. It's not gonna be hard to find because, again, that's the problem, right? A lot of those videos are not. When there's subjects like the one that we're gonna talk about, turns out that not a lot of the leftists, like even right now, because we know what we're talking about. We're talking about Waissudin Akbari, the Canadian citizen refugee from Afghanistan that received a slap on the wrist for threatening to bomb all the synagogues in Toronto. 60 days house arrest. So he basically got 60 days house arrest, 3 years of probation, 10 years weapons ban, and DNA submission for threatening to damage property and threatening death. So for death threat, he got 60 fucking days. And
That's wild.
I think we all heard, because that's why I don't have a video, because I was looking at it this morning. None of the leftist media have the balls to touch that one with a 10-foot fucking pole. If you Google that guy's name, you know what comes up? Like, I'll show you. Like, this is what, if you Google that guy's name, all you see is this. Newmarkettoday.ca. Like, who the fuck is Newmarket Today? Global News will talk about it, but man convicted. Let's be honest here. See, the Canadian Anti-Semitic Education Foundation, not surprising. It's the National Post. The National Post is more conservative in nature.
Yeah.
But it's all Jewish or the National Post. Nobody is talking about it. And if you look at the videos, they're all from March Rebel News, obviously they're going to talk about that. But March 31st, 16 hours is just a regular dude doing a reel. So none of them are fucking talking about this. And let's be honest here, we all fucking know why they're not talking about it, right?
Well, yeah, and it's not surprising, but I mean, man, do they not know that like that they're just destroying their credibility every time they do something like this? I guess they don't care,
No.
but like, do they not wonder when they look at like the numbers for how much the public trusts the media, and these are like at historic lows right now? I wonder if they see any connection between what they're doing here, where they refuse to report on stories that are legitimately newsworthy, just because they go against a left-wing narrative. Now, remember in the UK, you've got Lucy Connolly, who's in jail for 2 years because she tweeted against illegal immigration. So
Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, Tommy Robinson. So, I mean, yeah, that's the UK, but we got to be real careful because that shit's coming over here too. I think the UK, that's our future if we don't pull our head out of our ass.
Well, our future, I think the future is already here. Because, one of the things, so here's a bit of background for you guys. So according to the court documents and the sentencing details from this case, we're talking about a 41-year-old Afghani refugee that arrived in Canada in 2007 and then obtained his Canadian citizenship. Basically, what this means is this guy it was not born here, so we are capable of deporting him.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I saw the story, I'm like, why the fuck is this guy still in Canada? And if you look, this is...
That's probably why they gave him that light sentence.
Of course, but this is as per law-loi.justice.gc.ca, so we're talking about Justice Law website, the official website of the Canadian government. It says it right here that subject to subsection 10, the minister may revoke a person's citizenship if the minister is satisfied with a balance of probability that the person has obtained, retained, renounced, resumed, or her... Oh, hold on. That's not the part I want. There's a part that's specific about...
Crime?
It's about... hold on. Because I got the extract, but I wanted to show the exact... It's about national security.
Okay.
So let me just find it here. Oh, no. It's not under national security. Revoke...
Could it be terrorism?
Yeah, terrorism is never going to be a fucking word that they're going to use. Come on, man. You know better than that. They're not going to use terrorism as one. Because here what I have is that under Section 10, citizen can be revoked for serious crimes like terrorism or actions threatening national security.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
that's
see if we can find... Nope.
that's a
terrorism is not there.
textbook example of a threat to national security.
And it's interesting because all those words that I'm looking for, if you're looking for if you're looking for terrorism, is not part of it. National security is not part of it.
No.
If revoke is only there twice, and it's in the first two paragraphs. So it's very... Oh, okay, that's why it's just an extract. It's not the actual... the act. That's why. Hold on. No. That is so insane. It needs to be... They need to be more precise than that. But obviously...
The point is there definitely are mechanisms within the law for them to strip citizenship from naturalized citizens. And undoubtedly, threatening to commit terrorism, whether they call it terrorism in the act or not, is definitely one of them.
So basically, if you Google revoke under the Citizenship Act, it will find you the actual... I just wanted to see it from the website directly. But it's basically saying that resume false representation, fraud, or knowingly concealing material circumstances. So I was reading the right paragraph. But it's interesting how it's all about the Minister of Citizenship. They do not seem to be speaking about terrorism. They don't seem to talk about national security. But I know for a fact that they can actually revoke somebody's citizenship. And again, I think we should have a criminal lawyer on
Yeah.
the show to see
That would be, yeah.
if they see this. But the whole point of this, I didn't think we would talk about this for that long, because at the end of the day, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The guys from Toronto was looking. He told his old boss that he would basically bomb all the synagogues in the area. Very safe to assume that the guy's Muslim. And what's the coverage? This is the hypocrisy I wanted to show. I googled his name. No left media is touching it outside of Global News. All the rest are not touching it with a 10-foot pole. And not only that, but the real question I wanted to ask people is, if it's possible for us to revoke somebody's citizenship under the Citizenship Act Section 10, why the fuck is that guy still here? Is he not the perfect example of the type of dude that you do not want in your fucking country?
It's wild, right? Because you know that the officially the logic for why they don't report on that stuff is, that we don't want to stir up racial tension, we don't want to cause division. Do you think keeping fucking terrorists in the country, you think that might cause division? Like, fuck's sake. It's wild the way the woke mind works. I don't know. I don't understand it at all. Angry Canadian says Canada doesn't extradite terrorists. They write them checks for $10 million. Yeah, that's Omar Kadar, I believe.
Yep.
He's talking about. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, dude was a terrorist, undoubtedly. His father was a known terrorist.
He literally killed an American soldier, and his wife tried to sue him. And somehow we fucktards in Canada, we give him a bunch of money. But the worst part is Omar Kadar. I don't know if you ever. I'm probably not spelling his name right.
Khadr.
Oh, I'm definitely not writing that. I was writing that the
French way,
Canadian way.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means. But let me show you this. I remember seeing this video, and this show's allowing me to use my very random fucking memory. But there was an interview that he made with Tout le monde en parle. It's like everybody's talking about it. That's what it's called. Like, that's the name of the show. Even Pierre Poilievre and Mark Carney had to go on that show when they traveled through Quebec. It is the most looked at show. It is leftist fucking propaganda bullshit. It's under the CBC. It's under Radio-Canada.
Okay.
When he showed up, I'm trying to find the episode right now, but he showed up to the interview.
Standing ovation, eh?
Standing ovation for a fucking terrorist.
That's wild. Wild, man.
I just want to find the actual interview, because it was insane. We have a terrorist showing up to Tout le monde en parle, and the guy is just like,
Bumpy here says it's debatable if he actually killed an American soldier. His confession was elicited under duress, allegedly. What is certain is Omar built IEDs that most likely killed civilians. Actually, I remember when my opinion on this case, and I was deployed to Afghanistan at around that time. I actually didn't think that the killing of the soldier thing was an issue. The way I look at it, that was a combat zone. Like, I know the thing is technically he's not an official soldier, so he's not covered by the rules. I don't buy that, man. We're there with guns. We're attacking you. I expect you to throw grenades at me if you have them. I don't expect them to sit there and get killed. That doesn't mean we have to bring them to our fucking country or give them $10 million. I don't think he needed to fucking be charged for killing a soldier in a combat fight. But I don't think he needed to be in this country. I certainly don't think we need to give him $10 million. We certainly didn't need to treat him like a hero. I would have said fucking leave him there and call a spade a spade.
You want? I think I got the video right here. Listen, check this fucking crap out. Oh, hold on. We need the volume enabled. Why is it always disabling it? There you go.
That's weird.
Do you see it getting disabled at the bottom? As soon as I press, it completely disables it.
Yeah, that is weird.
I've never seen that before.
Is that good?
Oh, that is hilarious. But you know what? I know something they don't. Facebook downloader, and I'll go get it myself.
We got just some growing pains with the new platform, but we'll have this all figured out.
But that has nothing to do with the
guys.
platform. That's Facebook. No,
Oh.
that's Facebook. That's preventing me from listening to it.
Oh,
Because I'm
that-
not logged in. I don't have a Facebook account anymore. They banned me when I had a really nice audience. I had a really good audience on Facebook. They banned me last year for talking about the whoop whoop. And everything
Are you-
you know,
are you
everything
are you
that came
still
out
banned?
since then. Oh yeah, they refused to give me back my account. But what's funny is that everything that I was talking about back then
Yep.
has been proven to be right. And yet they will not fucking give me back
Well,
my
I mean,
account.
you know, if you thought it was a lab leak, you're a racist. Despite there
Yeah,
being a
actually-
fucking Institute of Virology who specializes in novel coronaviruses in fucking Wuhan. But yeah, no, ignore that part. You're
But
just
here-
you're just racist.
Yeah, 100%. So here you go. I got local video. I'm sure. Upload.
Jim says,
Show-
"Hey guys, just checking in. I look forward to your show when I get home in the evening. Good job. Appreciate that, Jim. Thanks for tuning in." We'll go
So
ahead.
ready to be really pissed off.
Embarcadère.
People are up standing ovation. Oh shit. Just what I was talking about. Happy accident.
Yeah, that's pretty grotesque. That's pretty like there's something wrong when you see something like that.
It just blows my mind. Absolutely fucking blows.
I didn't know this. Pam says Omar bought a strip mall in St. Albert. It's so crazy, man.
Fuck off.
That is so wild.
But it's funny. We got a guy accused of terrorism. He became a millionaire because of Canadians.
Yeah. It's fucking wild, man. I don't know why they brought him here. I don't know why they gave him that kind of money.
If you're just joining us and you're wondering why the fuck are we talking about a story from like 5 years ago, it's because of the topic of the day. At least what's trending right now is Waissudin Akbari, the Afghani refugee that threatened to bomb all the synagogues around Toronto. He actually said that the more Jews he can kill, the better. So we addressed the issue that nobody wants to talk about it. It seems like the left media, which is pretty much all media in Canada, won't touch that story with a 10-foot pole. I can't find a video that's recent outside of guys like me talking about it. But we started talking about Omar Kadar from 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah, easy, yeah.
When our old prime minister, that's now dating Katy Perry, gave him $10.5 million for what was the reason? Do you remember the reason why he was?
I think it's something to do with we handed him over to the Americans or something like
then
that.
he ended up
who put Gitmo, yeah. They put him in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
And they tortured the shit out of him. I have no doubt about that. That's why, in my opinion, I thought, I didn't think he needed to be punished anymore, but just send him back to Afghanistan. You don't need to bring him to fucking Canada and fucking give him $10 million. They said, oh, but he was a citizen. Yeah. And then he went and he built fucking IEDs. So that kind of cancels those out. It's not, again, I said it earlier, I don't understand the woke mind, and I'm a fucking liberal, right? And I don't understand the woke mind. So I don't know. I'm sure you guys are just as baffled.
And yeah, it is correct that Omar Kadar did buy strip mall for $3 million back in 2019.
Nah, he got good financial advice at least.
He was there already.
Yeah, I bet he's probably got like it's probably worth like $7 million today. Think of all the bombs that could build.
Just in the north of, he bought a strip mall in the north of Edmonton in November in 2019. March 2019.
Pam
But
says,
you're right. It's because he went to Guantanamo Bay. That's what I'm looking at right
yeah,
now.
as if that's Canada's fault.
No, but I love that. Former Guantanamo Bay prisoner Omar Kadar walks through a strip mall in Edmonton.
His own strip mall.
You know, the woke is selling the story like it's a becoming story. Like he was nothing and then he became something. No, that is definitely not one of those stories.
See, boys and girls, don't give up on your dreams. Build some bombs. Go to some war zones, kill some soldiers, and you too can own your own strip mall.
You too could be given $10.5 million by whoever the new liberal prime minister is.
Just idiocy. Idiocracy.
If you guys are on X, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to reshare the stream. But the real conversation happens on YouTube. So join us at the Poli Orphans on YouTube. Once you're there, make sure to like, make sure to comment. Anybody that's on YouTube right now, hey, you guys there, make sure to make sure to like the stream. And if you believe in what Rob and I are doing, make sure to support us. $2.99 a month. Our membership is super cheap. It is just trying to build something where we could potentially have other people helping make this show even better, have competent people running the show, and we can just be the face. Right? Is that another?
That's right. Kenny says Rob's a pickly. No, I was Royal. I was 2 RCR posted here to Gagetown. That's why I live in Fredericton still. But yeah, I went in. I was Task Force 107. We were the second ones there, but we were relieved by the PPCLI out west. Are you? Did you serve, Kenny?
Yeah, he seems to know way too much for have not served, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I had no fucking clue what he was talking about.
Yeah. Well, it's PPCLI. I was a chicken fucker. That's what they call the Royal Canadians. And then we have the French unit, the Vendus.
The chicken fucker. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, my unit's called the Royal Canadian Regiment. Kenny's talking about Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry. They're the unit out west. There's a big rivalry there. There's only 3 regular force units in Canada, infantry units. There's RCR, PBCLI, and then the Vendus in Quebec. We were attached with the
Vendus. You mean the 22?
Yeah. The Royal 22nd Regiment. Yeah, but the Vendus. They were cowboys, man. We had a Vendu unit attached to us, and they were just wild, man. Going into town. It's just fucking no weapons control. We're doing like you come out of a patrol, you gotta clear your weapon, shoot into the gun barrel. They're just fucking shooting their off.
These guys is not our thing. We don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we pull out.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Safety for us is pulling out.
They check to see if the weapon's still loaded by pulling the trigger. No need to look inside or anything.
Actually, this was one of the most dumb shit I've ever seen. But through the certification for non-restricted and restricted license in Canada, they ask you to look down the barrel.
Turn it around.
I swear to you, bro. I swear to you that in order to clear the, I swear, I fucking swear, our instructor during the course got us to look down the barrel.
No way. Turn the weapon around or at least crack it. No, crack it. Oh my god.
No. As in, you can open the slide, leave the slide open. Look down the barrel, and if you see the light coming through the barrel, it's clear.
That's so wild. That's crazy.
But I did take my course in Ontario, so.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, no.
That's wild.
You want to take some comments?
Yeah. And I think we've been taking most of them as they've been coming in. Kadar bought a strip mall. Numb Canadian says, next to applauding a Nazi in the House of Commons, Omar is just as disgusting. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with you. There was a Bumpy had an interesting point. He said, the way I look at it, Omar Kadar Canada paid for America's quote unquote sins. America held him, America interrogated him, and he paid for the alleged human rights violations. Yeah, it wasn't us that tortured him. Look, no one doubts that he was I'm sure he was tortured. America went a bit loopy right after 9/11, and you can maybe understand why.
A bit?
Yeah, like they definitely went overboard. Fucking pretty, they did a lot of shady shit, no doubt. And I'm sure that it was not a pleasant time to be in Guantanamo Bay, but that's not Canada's fault. And at the end of the day, I mean, I do. There was a comment here where, Bumpy again says, I get where Bumpy's coming from. He says Omar was born in Canada. Okay, I actually didn't know that. So that does change a little bit. His father took him home as a teenager. I can agree with repatriation, but payment, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I didn't know he was born here, and obviously that does change things. Someone's born here, you can't strip them of citizenship. No, and so I agree. There's
born in Toronto,
okay.
September 19th.
But is his father still here? Because his father was a known terrorist. His father should be kicked the fuck out. And I like, as a teenager, I understand. I'm sure he didn't have the ability to say, no, Dad, I don't want to go to Afghanistan. Like, just the way the family unit is structured in many Muslim families, I'm sure it was not an option. So I can understand that. But I agree with you. The $10 million, ridiculous.
You obviously cannot deport a Canadian.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's right.
And this was my whole point with the story of today that I was talking about is, that guy was not born here. He was born in Afghanistan.
Exactly.
Showed up here
Yeah.
in 2007, and he's 41 years old. So we're basically all the same age here. That means that he was in his 20s when he showed up here. So it's not like he showed up here was 4 years old either. No.
If you're not born here, it's completely different.
He was a man by the time he got here.
It's completely different. There's no legal mechanism to strip a citizen born here, but there is a mechanism, as you showed.
Jail.
Yeah, exactly. That's your option. But if you're not born here, there is a mechanism to do it. And if there is a mechanism, which there is, I mean, if you're not going to deport people who are making legitimate bomb threats, this isn't just some crackhead being like, oh, fucking bombs, whatever. Like, this is a legitimate bomb threat. I know you said, I assume he's Muslim. Yeah, did you see his name? It's like fucking Mahmoud Akhtar, like
I'm assuming
motherfucker's Muslim. Look, you can't have, you got to have a no tolerance policy for that. You have to.
100%, because now you're just inviting people to do it.
Yeah, exactly right. A new dog says.
Father, by the way, you said Ahmed Kadar, which is his father, he died. So he's dead. He died in 2003. So
good on him.
He didn't even get to see his son become a millionaire.
Yeah. He never got to see his son become such a success.
A
real estate mogul. Wild life, though, man.
As a father, if you're able to bring your son to Afghanistan to go fight for terrorists as per your own country,
yep,
you know that to him it's a fucking victory that his son came back here, got $10.5 million.
Oh, you know it. Like,
he would be celebrating this. That would be a celebration. But again, the whole point here is just to show that we have it so fucked in Canada. It is absolutely fucking insane. As Bumpy said, I'm not saying you can't deport a Canadian citizen. But in this case, he ain't Canadian. Send him packing. Send him the fuck back where he's from. Maybe they can start doing that and set an example for other people to say, you know what? If you do shit that's illegal, goodbye. Because it makes no sense to me that we keep them here. In the case of Omar Kadar, we don't have a choice to keep him here. So if he did terrorist acts in a different country, but as per us, our constitution, he's he's a terrorist. Fucking shove him in jail, leave him to the American. However you feel about that, but we definitely did not have to give him $10.5
No, that's
million
ridiculous.
But in the case of man, I'm gonna try to not bastardize his name once again, but Waissudin Akbari, that dude was not born here. Bye-bye.
It's closing time, motherfucker. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, I love it.
New dog says,
What's going on, bro?
one of you bitches hasn't smashed that like button. What's the excuse? It's free. And I gotta echo that sentiment, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like and share the stream. And if you really want to support us, you want to support the show, support independent media, help build this community, you can become a member for the low price of $2.99, and that will really help the show, really help us keep bringing you guys this content and keep creating the space where we can all get together and have these conversations. You want to?
Yes, let's move on. I gotta put a disclaimer out there because this is a hard one. This is something that I want to talk about. I gotta be very careful in the way that I address this so that I don't, not only is my YouTube channel not taken down, but people don't show up at my house to arrest me. But this is a fucked up story out of the US. It's trending. I follow a lot of Americans since I created content for them for a long time. And this is a story that came out of the US. It's completely fucking insane. But a convicted sex offender has been able to adopt a baby boy through surrogacy. The video is going fucking viral on my social right now. And again, the disclaimer, I apologize. I'm telling you right now that this is absolutely fucking insane. I'm just telling you, if you have a problem with this, there's nothing, right? I'm not going to show anything bad.
Yep.
It's just, I'm going to show you the guy. The video actually has an inscription of what the guy's all about. And then I'm going to show you why we have to be very careful about this shit. But yeah, here we are. This is.
I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. I could still be.
So I'm just gonna pause the video because basically it's just the music going on and on and on talking about this. But
they posted this video just for context. They were like, oh, here's our new boy, and then the internet caught on and added the other stuff.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna. I just cut the music because there's no point having it, so you can see what they're doing. But this is a guy by the name of Brendan Keith Riley Mitchell. He's actually a registered sex offender for since it's American, so October 6th, 2016, for sexual abuse of children. He was caught with child pornography, and this is a guy that, as per the U.S., is considered he's a registered sex offender. And with his partner, they were able to adopt the little boy that you see in the video going right now. So you have a homosexual pedophile that now has under his care a little boy, a guy that has been caught with child pornography and caught abusing children. What the fuck? And before I open it up, I just want to play one more video that I know you and I have spoken about, but when I saw this yesterday, that's all that could come up to my mind is like, okay, guys, because some people are apologizing for this. Oh, he did his time, he served, blah blah. Yeah, no, there's no fucking second chances. No, there's no second chances, and I will tell you why. Because if you don't remember this happened last year. Listen to
Police
this.
call it a house of horrors. Now live at 5, 2 Georgia men will spend the rest of their lives in prison after being convicted of adopting 2 young boys, then sexually abusing them. The 2 men from Walton County were just sentenced to 100 years without parole. The district attorney's office spoke on the horrific nature of the crimes, writing, quote, those involved with the investigation and prosecution of this case will never forget what they had to see and hear in the case.
So for all the twats out there that are defending this man, saying that he served his time.
Bullshit.
You sir are an asshole. I hope that there's no kids. You're not responsible for children, because as a newly father of a baby boy, just like what you're seeing in that fucking video, this is outrageous. This is completely fucking outrageous. What the fuck is happening? It seems that there's a loophole where he was able to adopt, and this is all legal. This is not
So
what he did is not
just
illegal.
just a correction there. Surrogacy is different from adoption, and that's
Yeah.
what the loophole is.
100%.
They would not be able to adopt, but
No.
surrogacy has no vetting,
Yeah.
and this case sounds like it might actually start to change laws, because people are thinking, hey, hold on, wait a minute, this is a massive
Loophole.
safeguarding loophole. Like, holy hell. I mean, this case shows, and the response to it, because I've seen people say what you said, oh, they served their time. Yeah, no one's saying he should go back to jail, but no, he should not have a care of a fucking child. That there's no statute of limitations on that. I've also heard other people say, because his victim, like, yes, it was child porn, but he also was harassing and trying to get one of his students, because he was a teacher, to give him a blowjob or something. His victim was 15, and some of the arguments are like, oh, what, because he was attracted to 15-year-olds doesn't mean he's attracted to babies. That's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
So now
like,
we have different type of pedophilia.
different type. We have the good
It-
pedophiles. We have the good ones, and he's not one of the bad pedophiles. He's a good pedophile. I mean, it's just this story is exactly why I, as a liberal, have started to distance myself from woke identity politics. You know, as a fairly traditional classical liberal, I support gay rights. I think gay people should be able to live their lives however they want, marry, all that stuff. I don't think just because someone's gay means they're inherently a pedophile or anything like that. But at the same time, where the woke left has gone now with this identity politics is, if you are a favored identity group, it's not just like, oh yeah, I don't think they're pedophiles. It's, even if you have proof that they're pedophiles, you still cannot say anything bad about them just because of their identity, and that's utter horseshit. You know, I think that this is just an infuriating story. It's thankfully most people seem to be as upset as, you know, me and you are, and I think the audience, but it should never have been. You know, it should never have. There's no frankly, I don't think it's not even about gays. It's about men. I do not think that single men, should be allowed to adopt children. I just don't. It's not that every man is a pedophile. The vast majority are not. But it's just, it doesn't, I don't know, maybe it's not fair, but something doesn't seem right about a single man or two men, regardless of if they're gay or not. I just don't think it's in the best interest of the child.
And
Unrelated. If it's your nephew that you know your brother died, completely different. Completely different.
Story.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's interesting you bring that up, because this is something I've been considering recently. And just so you guys know, I will be in San Francisco from Sunday to Tuesday. I'm being flown out there to go have a discussion with a lesbian that adopted. So a lesbian couple that adopted. So I will be on a show down there called The Enemy Project. And this is what we're going to be discussing. We're going to be talking about.
Nice.
And it's funny because since I was offered that spot, I'm like, should gays even be allowed to adopt?
I think we can avoid. I think because you know how difficult that conversation would be. I think we avoid all that by just saying men. If it's two men or even one man, should not be allowed to adopt an unrelated child, and that's just a safeguarding issue. It's not that sometimes I'm sure there are some men and some gay couples that would be great parents.
Sure.
But we just don't fucking know. It's a safeguarding issue.
But I don't trust women. I don't trust women more than I do men, though. That's the problem. So the thing is that you couldn't be able to just say no men. You either allow it or you don't. One thing's for fucking sure. However you feel about that, fucking convicted sex offenders.
Well, yeah.
should not be, like, let's make it very clear. And I'm not saying that because he's gay. I'm saying that because he's a fucking
pedophile.
His sexual preference has nothing to do with my opinion right now. This is just fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And it's out of, that's what I wanted to confirm. It's out of Pennsylvania. So there's a massive loophole with surrogacy, and you're absolutely right. The adoption, would have never happened. It is
No.
just because it went through surrogacy, and I don't believe that they have the background check through the government.
They
Because
don't.
technically, it blows my mind how you can literally have somebody else child the baby.
You can buy a child.
Thank you.
essentially.
Basically, you're slave. And what's the difference between that and slavery, by the way?
I don't-
I had somebody make that point the other day, and I'm like, damn, that's a good point. What's the difference between that? If you're capable of buying, if a gay couple can buy a child, is
Yeah.
that not slavery? Is that not slavery? So
Well,
this
certain-
is the thing.
Even
I
like
don't know.
human, like you can make human trafficking certainly sounds, you know,
Yep. 100%.
like,
How is
it
that
just-
not, how is that not human trafficking?
at the end of the day, whatever we decide on with surrogacy, there has to be a real discussion about it.
Yep.
There's a lot of controversy about it, and there are, because essentially there's no rules. It's a wild west right now, and that's not acceptable.
You know, I agree with Melissa 1,000,000,000 fucking %. Wood
Yeah,
chipper
yeah,
brought to you by the
absolutely.
movie Fargo.
100%.
Wood chipper, bring him back to the back. I like to say back of the shed. I tend to not get in trouble when I say that, but everybody fucking understand what I'm saying. This is just this to me, and angry angry Canadians saying the same thing. Wood chipper,
Yep.
non-Canadian wood chipper. Like this to me is just, you know, I made a video, I posted it just before the show, and I'm linking both, just like I did it here. Like, as a father, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I show this video, then I show, remember this? And then I'm like, since when is protecting your children not our number one priority? Because at the end of the day, if we have to offend minorities or how do you call it, woke ideologies, I don't give a fuck. Go fuck yourself with all your fuck. There's no good type of pedophiles. Go fuck yourself. There's no such thing as, no, fuck you. And if we have to offend them, be fucking offended. Because what matters to me is the life of the child.
Yep.
But I
100%.
did not realize that through surrogacy, the laws were that different. And I think you're right. I think this case is going to blow it all up to just
think so.
say, what the fuck is this loophole? How is a sex offender being able... That's the type of guy that I guarantee you is not allowed at 100 feet from
No, he wouldn't
from
be.
a school, from
Wouldn't
a
be
park,
allowed.
but
No.
now he has a child under his direct care.
Man, it makes you wonder, like, how fuck. And this story's not over, because now the question is, what he said he's from Pennsylvania, correct?
Yeah.
What is Pennsylvania, Child Protective Services going to do? Are they going to get involved? Because that's a fucking scandal if they don't. That child should be removed immediately. Right now, while there's no harm, no foul. Like, it's different to remove a 5 or 6 year old from a home like that. Even if they're being abused, that could still be traumatic in some ways. Yeah. But now he's young enough. He can grow up completely happy and not even know any of this.
He wouldn't remember.
Nope.
Probably.
Nope.
But that's what I wanted to see. I just wanted, because he is what we refer to as a 100. He is a level 1 sex offender.
Yep.
Meaning that they have a.
He would have
risk
restrictions.
of reoffending. Yeah, but they say that they have a low risk. Fuck you. with a low
Oh,
risk
come
now.
on.
So there's definitely 3 levels. So the first level have a low risk of reoffending, pose a low degree of danger to the public. So let's give them children. Level 2 sex offender have a moderate risk of reoffending, pose a moderate degree danger to the public. Oh Jesus! And the level 3, guess what? Has a high risk of reoffending and pose a high degree. But this is what I wanted to see. So basically, this is a problem. This is a problem right there. So the public cannot access information about level 1 offenders, sex offenders.
Oh, okay. Angry Canadian. Son, walk me to school, Dad. I can't, son. I'm not allowed. Not allowed within 500 feet.
Fuck, man, you have a messed up mind. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's so fucked when you think about it.
It is. He literally could not walk his child to school.
But he's able to take care of them, right?
That's ridiculous. And there's going to be some idiots out there be like, oh, he's only a level 1 pedophile. It's fine. Like, nah, bro. It's nah. But yeah, I mean, that's just one of those cases where there isn't any debate. I think everyone with any sense is all going to be on the same page on this. It will be interesting to follow it and to see what the CPS in Pennsylvania does. But I don't, man, if they allow that child to stay, that is, man, if he grows up and gets abused, he should sue the shit out of them.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter at this point. No amount of money is gonna cure you.
No, of course not.
Abused.
Of course not. Of course
like those two kids we're just talking about, that the gay couple that adopted them literally raped them, and they're facing 100 years. Again, wood chipper. But do you think those kids are ever gonna be okay? They're never gonna be okay.
They never will be.
There's
never.
always gonna be something psychologically wrong with them. You might not see it, but I guarantee you that there's gonna be some deep-rooted issues that are not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, kids are moldable. They're like clay, or soft clay, right? And if they get abused, that's why all abuse is bad, but child abuse is so heinous because the abuse warps them, and then that gets baked in, and that will never go away. They can try to deal with it, but it'll affect them their entire lives.
So here is the definition. So I wanted to see what the restrictions were for a level 1 sex offender in the U.S.
Okay.
They are generally prohibited from living within a certain distance of school and daycare centers, often 1,000 to 2,000 feet. So right then and there, he's not allowed to live within 1,000 to 2,000 feet of a school, of a daycare, but that motherfucker has a child under his care.
It's wild. It's wild.
What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, obviously it's a huge loophole, and hopefully this gets the conversation started about surrogacy, because it's really the Wild West there. There's no rules. It's basically buy a baby. If you can afford it, you buy it, you get your own baby.
It's now I'm done. I don't know if I think the comments are pretty much the same everywhere.
Yeah, oh yeah, everyone's on the same page. Nobody
behind the bathhouse, Nico shows
the boathouse
secret. Oh, the boathouse.
Yeah.
I don't have a boathouse. I don't take bath either, so it's behind the shed. I did live in the woods for a long time. Just so
yeah, got some bodies buried there.
if I ever purchase a pig farm,
Yeah, go Robert
it's
Picton
because I
on
like
them.
bacon.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I love bacon. Therese is making a valid point.
Yeah, that's a great
The
point.
child wants to bring other for sleepovers, not knowing what he's about.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not consider that.
Yeah, there's so many reasons why this can't happen, why this can't work. They need to take that child yesterday.
Oh, no matter what, yeah, 100%, 100 fucking %. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
On a better note, the next subject is better. We're all aware of it. We've spoken about this before. I know we're going to try not to go down the rabbit hole that is Rob Ambrose. So I'm approaching this subject with what's the word I want to use?
Caution.
With caution, yeah. Hold on. Stop sharing screen. Let's reshare that screen, see if it works this time. Bazinga. So let's put it this way. There we go. So I received an email from the Justice Center yesterday saying that the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario has dismissed Jessica Simpson's discrimination complaint against Canada's Galaxy Pageant after Simpson failed to file hearing materials, even after being granted multiple extensions throughout a 5-year process. To put it into perspective, in 2020, a guy by the name of Jessica Simpson, at least that's how he calls himself now, but this is clearly a dude in a dress. He tried to enter a pageant by the name of Canada Galaxy Pageants because they had restrictions that in order to participate, he needed to not have a dick anymore. He needed to have bottom surgery, as they so call it. And he was not happy about that. So he went the human to the Human Rights Society in order to get Human Rights Tribunal, my bad, in order to get this to court and forced the pageant to have them on. But clearly, he wasn't able to provide the information that they needed, so they just dismissed the case. And keep in mind, we spoke about this, and I believe this is when John Carpe from the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedom was on the show saying that it can cost 20, 30, 40 grand for people to defend themselves against a human rights complaint in court. And if you remember, that guy has accused a bunch of people of doing this shit. That's the guy that was going around calling beauty salons in order to get his balls waxed,
and then suing them.
They were refusing to do it, and then he was suing them. And in multiple cases, it's been reported that he actually approached those women saying, hey, if you want to avoid court, you can just give me some money and the problems are going to go away. How different is this? The guy only, that the guy, for not filing anything, he knew that the human rights complaint was free, so he just gets the bitch. Doesn't cost him anything. He probably tried to shake them out or shake them down in the back end to say to make this go away, just pay me. They didn't pay. They dealt with John Carpe's organization, and now it's been dismissed. But like you said before, and I've repeated this many times now, often the process is the fucking punishment.
Yeah.
But thank God for the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedom, because those guys it's all pro bono work.
Great
they
work.
They don't charge their clients. They do fucking amazing work. And all they do is donations. So that's why I talk about them all the time, because one day I probably will need their help. And yeah, it's just to say, great organization. They're working on Sean Feucht. They're trying to work on that case too. So just so you guys know, I've already reached out to them in order to have somebody come up this week to speak about this. Hopefully we get them on the show tomorrow to speak about the religious rights that Sean Feucht was denied here in Canada. And I guess that's a perfect segue, unless you have something to say.
No. Tammy says Rob rant in 3, 2, 1. No, not today. You guys know how I feel about this. I've already done so many rants, even on this one idiot. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna skip the rabbit hole today.
But interesting enough, though, we have Sean Feucht. I think Feucht. I think when I was looking at it, I always look at how names are pronounced before I fuck it up royally, and then I end up fucking it up royally no matter what. But it's a German last name, so supposedly the F is silent. It's Oit. It's a noise that funny enough, the software that I used in order to get the proper pronunciation is saying it's a noise that can be made in English. It's not a noise that we know. I don't know if you've ever heard German, but they sound fucking badass as shit.
Oh yeah.
They have a very aggressive language. I fucking love it. But yeah. So we can't pronounce the word, but the point of the matter is, why am I talking about Sean Feucht? Because one, the the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedom might be getting involved somehow. I'm not sure to which extent, but they've posted about it. But I wanted to bring this up that, as you guys know, Christian musician Sean Feucht has been getting canceled, denied everywhere. Last time was in Montreal. He got denied for his show. He ended up going to a church doing it free, and Tifa showed up through not a paint bomb, a fume bomb in there. Then the city of Montreal, Valérie Plante being the mayor, fucking twat. That woman is such a twat. Such a woke twat. But she is trying to find the church $2,500 for them hosting a prayer, because it came out after that he didn't charge. And the same thing is going on in Winnipeg. So Winnipeg, the city of, let me bring that up right here. We will enable this here. The city of Winnipeg denies permit for controversial Christian musician Shane, I keep on calling him Sean, but it's Shane Feucht. There's a video here, but I'll explain to you afterwards what the hell's going on. But all to say that it seems that
the city of Winnipeg has denied a booking permit for a controversial American musician who is scheduled to perform later this month. A city spokesperson says it wouldn't be feasible to allow Sean Feucht's event at Central Park to go ahead. It says organizers are expecting around 2,000 people, which would take away from the local community's ability to enjoy the small park. The city also cited the need for emergency services to be able to drive through the area, which might be challenging if there's high levels of foot and vehicle traffic. Complaints about Feucht, who's spoken out against abortion and LGBTQ people, is a rising star in the MAGA movement. Officials in Eastern Canada canceled several of his concerts there. Decisions some free speech advocates say are violating the charter. CTV News has reached out to Feucht for comment, but we haven't yet heard back.
Where's all those concerns when it comes to Muslims wanting to block Bloor Street in Toronto? Where are they? I mean, just apply the law equally. That's not that fucking hard.
Clearly it is. Clearly it's very, very fucking complicated, isn't it? But yeah, it's but did you hear what she said? Like, I'll repeat it for you guys. It's basically he was approved because the wording is canceled his booking permit, not denied. In the
he's
in the
already
headline
approved, yeah.
They say city denies permit for controversial Christian musicians Winnipeg appearance, but their first line is the city of Winnipeg has canceled a booking permit for controversial.
Wow.
So they're dishonest in their own clickbait title, but this is the part I absolutely love. So they canceled it for the exclusive use of the park. And after careful analysis, we've determined that it is not operationally feasible to allow the event at Central Park. That's what the spokesman said. At this point, as this is not a ticketed event, meaning this is free, forecasting attendance is a challenge. He just told you that there would be 2,000 people. That in turn presents additional operational challenges. You know, it's all full of shit because what's the next line in the article? Just like the video, he's been talking against gender ideology. He's anti-abortion, obviously. He's a Christian. And he is not very fond of the LGBTQ community. So basically, he stands for a lot of the same things I do. I don't know him personally. I tried to have him on the show. Unfortunately, his fucking team denied me twice, but they did respond. So just saying that we're getting to a point where we have enough followers between the two of us, I guess, that people have to pay attention. But it's funny that. But since somebody said that David Creighton's gonna have him on, I'm talking to him tonight about. Yeah. I'm definitely bringing up Sean.
Bring it up,
Shane. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Bro,
so put in a good word.
Put in a
good word for me.
But you know, this is the funny part, because the more that those bureaucrats continue to do those things, the more that they're proving my point that they don't have a problem with religions. They have a problem with certain religions that they don't like.
Yep.
And this is, again, across the board. I'm not saying this because he's a Christian. I'm saying this because it's unfucking fair. Because we all know that if that guy was Muslim, they wouldn't have denied.
No.
They wouldn't have never denied it. They would have definitely not revoked it. They would have never took it back.
Absolutely not.
But because it's a Christian and a MAGA Christian out of that, they're able to do that. And it's funny because I wonder, what you called it yesterday, the Streisand effect?
Streisand effect, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, the more you do this, the more idiots like me with an audience talk about it. The more guys like me talk about it, the more he gets attention for it, and the more hypocritical our government looks.
Oh yeah, well they like he couldn't buy this kind of publicity that they've given him. And I don't even believe his songs are against LGBTQ people, or they're just
listened to some of them. No?
Pretty regular Christian rock music, right?
It's for most people boring type of music. It talks about Jesus. He talks about, it's basically Jesus music. He's not there writing music against the gender ideology, LGBTQ or abortion.
So
That is his personal.
So it's basically just for his personal views is all they're doing this for. That's wild, man.
100%. But it's funny that you can have Muslims saying out loud that their goal is to take over society peacefully by using the left.
And then,
but their ideology doesn't apply when it comes to reserving a park to pray.
No.
At least if you're gonna do that for Christians, make sure you do the same with Muslims. But if you're allowing Muslims, if you're allowing Sikhs, if you're allowing any other religion to do something, make sure it's fair across the board. That's it. That's all.
That's
I'm
it.
saying.
It's not hard.
That's all you and I are always saying. And
Yep.
I don't see how you can disagree with that. I don't understand how you can disagree with being fair across the board.
No, I mean just apply the law equally. It's that's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's not
concept. Huh?
It's not hard at all.
I don't know if there was. Oh, there you go. So much. Hold on. Let me see some of the comments. Unless you had something else to add to this.
No.
But funny enough, I would be very curious to see if his shows are getting more attendance now.
I guarantee it.
If I would have known this, if I would have known that he was giving a show last week on the Friday or the Thursday last week in a church in Montreal, I would have attended. I would have recorded it. I would have lived it on my fucking audience. Like,
yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Why not? Why the fuck? I'm a Christian, so why the fuck wouldn't I do that?
Yeah.
I would love. I love what he's doing. Like his ideas or not, he ballsy as fuck. If you look, I follow him on Instagram now. That dude's posting every couple of hours talking about this shit. Like he is utilizing.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
So,
he loves it.
Well, it's you have man, perfect fucking segue. Again, you have two ways to deal with this. You either deal with this the way Sean Feucht is dealing with it, or you can do like a guy that I really used to like, Mr. Jow Swoll.
Joey Swoll, yeah.
And bitch out. Those are your two options, and we all know how Feucht is dealing with it. Here is a guy by the name of Jow Swoll. I actually really like his content because he exposes the stupid gym culture, people being dicks to each other, and he calls them out. It's a guy, just on his Instagram alone, he has 5.4 million followers. But here's a video he posted yesterday. He is completely getting destroyed for this.
Just for context, he basically, after Hulk Hogan died, he shared a picture.
But he explains it. All right,
go ahead.
So
go ahead.
The video is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible things that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry.
Big mistake, brother. Big mistake, brother.
Fucking pussy.
You can't.
Pussy. And I want to show. I found the picture that he's talking about because obviously, as he says in the video, he removed it. But
yeah.
Joey, the internet's forever, motherfucker. Here is
that's a badass costume, man. That's a great costume.
And
You-
all it's saying, if you guys can't see, all it's saying, rip to a legend and one of my inspiration to start working out. And you know that, we're both gym rats, all right. So for the people
Yep.
out there that are not gym rats, you might not know who Jow Swoll is. Anybody that works out fucking knows who that guy is.
Yep.
And you know, as I was listening to his ass being a bitch, I'm like, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. I grew up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger. I watched Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chuck Norris, and guess what? They are one of the reasons I'm healthy. They're one of the reasons why I'm hitting the gym. They're one of the reasons why Jean-Claude Van Damme's the reason why I went to do martial arts. Like, those guys were an inspiration to me. They weren't the fucking bitch superhero of today that only get in shape for fucking roles. Those guys were in shape. You look at a Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's still jacked. You look at a Sylvester Stallone, still jacked. You look at fucking Chuck Norris, he's like 110. And he's still fucking working out. Even Arnold, as much as I disagree with his politics, that guy's a fucking twat. I have to give him respect that he's one of the reasons why I'm in shape today.
It's just the terminally online woke left. Most people do not study every single word every person says. I had no idea that Hulk Hogan said racist things. Like, most of us don't fucking know. Like, and this idea that just because you appreciate someone in one context, in this sense, you appreciate his wrestling career and everything that he brought to that, means that you have to agree with every single thing he says in his personal life. It's utter nonsense, man. And Jow Swoll, he learned a lesson the hard way. And the lesson here is you never, ever, ever fucking give an inch to the woke mob. It's blood in the water for these people. It's like it triggers a prey drive in them. Once they know, because all this shit is about power, right? I mean, yeah, I personally wouldn't use the word colored either. But at the end of the day, when did it become? How is it different? Person of color, colored. Who the fuck? I mean,
they're black athletes.
It sounds outdated to me. I wouldn't say it, but I don't think it's not racist, man. He should just own the fuck off. And I guarantee you. So there's actually an addendum to this story. He came back about an hour later because when I saw this happen last night, I was like, they are gonna drag this guy, and that's exactly what they did. You can't. And then about an hour later, he comes back with this. Does that show up? Yeah. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope the people I inspire to do great things in their life pay it forward to help others carry on my message. No matter how good you do, people just wait for the reason to hate you and tear you down. Thank you for support. I'm done. So I don't know if he's off the internet now, if he's I suspect he's making too much money to be off for long. But he seems surprised that they didn't accept that apology. And you could see it happening in real time. The woke left, they were quote tweeting that video and be like, this is no apology. This is no apology. That actually sounded like, as far as apologies go, he sounded genuine. His problem is you can't, he fundamentally doesn't understand the woke mob. And I guarantee you, all those people in his live stream who said those things, they aren't his fans. They don't normally, they never watch.
Giving him hundreds of dollars for his coach.
They never, that's probably the first, they went to that live stream to bitch about this Hulk Hogan thing. And you cannot give an inch to these freaks or they will fucking hound you. The only way to fight back is to laugh and not give a shit. Tell them to fuck off.
What the fuck are they gonna do? What the fuck are they gonna do? Seriously,
they have no power anymore.
You don't even need to address them. You don't.
No, you don't.
Them. What are they gonna do? They're gonna continue talking about you. Ignore them. You know what's gonna happen? More and more people are gonna come see what you're about. More and more people are gonna see. If you look outside of this, Jow Swoll to me has never done anything wrong. He's been super good at walking the line where I would have fucked it up. I would have went way off base. But
he's a pretty positive guy. He's not even really political.
Zero. You know that he's more liberal than he is a conservative just by the way that he is. It's obvious. But how many videos have I seen of other people post because they met him in a gym, and they're just like, holy shit, They're recording themselves. They're like, oh shit, I think that's Jow Swoll. And he sees them and he's just like, he literally comes up and he starts posing for them in the background. Like he sees.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He seems like a cool guy.
Like it, yeah, but man, he made a massive mistake on that one.
You can't give an inch to these people.
No, and I found the.
You're never gonna please them.
No, plus they're not your public.
No.
They're not the people buying your products. They're not the ones. They're not the one following you. So why the fuck do you care?
No.
And here is actually, because earlier all I could find is a picture. Here's the actual video. Because again, it's on the internet. It never goes away.
Fight for the rights of every man.
So that's it. That's what people were upset about.
That's it. Yeah.
And I love the fact that he apologized for saying people of color, because I just called them black. So I guess I'm fucked. Wow.
It's just
that I would have to give.
It's all language policing just for power purposes. They just want to be able to force you to do things. That's all it is. If he, and if he had said person of color, they would have shit on him for that. It's not about the words. And that's why they change the words every couple of years for what's offensive and what isn't. Like how it's offensive to say obese now, right? Like as if the issue is it's all nonsense. You can't give them an inch. If you give them an inch, they see that they have power over you, and that's when they really attack.
And it's again, this is what I always like. So he apologizes for saying athletes of colors. I just call them black. I don't give a fuck. At the same time, what's worse, saying that they're people of colors or they're African American? They're not fucking African. So can we stop with this shit? They're black. Who cares? Like, who the fuck cares? I'm a white guy. Mexicans are kind of brownish. Indians are brown. Like, who the fuck cares? We all see colors. Don't give me this shit that you don't see colors. Bullshit. We all do.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how they're always talking about everyone else is a white supremacist. Everyone else thinks whiteness is the best, but they're the ones who act like it. They're the ones who say calling someone black is offensive. I don't think it's offensive at all. It's just their skin color. They're the ones who.
If you guys heard how I call my friends that are black behind closed doors, bro. Like, I can't do that on camera, but
they're the ones that act like if you're saying someone's white that you're elevating them. Like no one else thinks. Normal people don't think you're better because you're white, but the woke left retards, they seem to act like it. For example, the Sydney Sweeney ad, just the fact that she was a white girl who dare be proud of being attractive.
Are you kind of
giving you a segue? Yeah.
No, it's your segue. That's your story, bro. You bring it up. You have the video for it, I would imagine. I saw it, but I paid no attention because I'm not a fan of that woman. I see.
Oh, you don't like her?
Whatever the fuck ever. She's a Hollywood prostitute, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's an actress. Yeah.
She's a dimwit actress that literally sells bath water. And people are buying that shit. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool story. You're not the type of woman that if I ever have a daughter, that she will idolize. Let's be honest here.
No, definitely not.
And she's not making money because she's a great actress. Let's also be honest here.
No, it's because she has huge cans. Like it's spade, right? Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so guys, if you're wondering what you're talking about, I'm sure you know what we're talking about because this seems to be all over social media lately. Sydney Sweeney was in an ad for American Eagle, and she talks about jeans. Of course, there's a word play on jeans, Jeans, and jeans, Genes. And first I'll show you the ad, and then we'll cover the controversy.
I didn't even see it yet.
Oh, you haven't even seen it? All right, I got it here.
I refuse to get involved in that dumb shit, so no.
Offspring, often determined. Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
So, I mean,
just listening
that's
to
it.
Her voice, I can't do it. She sounds like she's missing a lot of IQ points. She doesn't sound like a brilliant individual, huh?
No. I mean, she sounds like sex is what she sounds like. I mean, and at the end of the day, listen, that's a pretty typical ad, except for the last 5 to 10 years. For much of the last 60 years, attractive women have been used to sell clothes. I don't know where we got along the way where it's like, yeah, I know, wild, right? Fucking wild. But so you can probably guess what the woke left immediately, because she was a white girl who didn't seem ashamed to be white, and she's used the word jeans. Immediately they spring onto the Nazi propaganda thing, and I'll see if I can. So I'll just play a couple videos to kind of give you an example of how the left responded to this.
Your sound's not working.
Oh. Can you hear this?
Sweeney, whose name
There you go.
was literally American Eagle, is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda. Should we be surprised that a company...
What are you talking about? She has fucking good genes. Look at her.
You know what the funniest part is? You're a white woman with blue eyes.
They all look like her.
Your hair color... No, but your hair color's not black, you dumb cunt. You know that woman dyes her hair. So chances are she has light hair too. So you're the same... You're accusing her of being a Nazi while looking like her. The only difference is you're fucking ugly and she's good looking. So you're just a good-looking girl. That's all it is.
They all look like this, right? You know, as Angry Canadian says, it's always the fatties, man. It's the fats, man, and that's what, like, frankly, if you really boil down woke left identity ideology, it's fundamentally a celebration of ugliness in all of its forms. Ugly people, ugly ideas, and hatred of beauty. And that is what it is, frankly. And when you understand that, it makes so much more sense. Now, imagine, if you will, a black woman who had black jeans, and she said the exact same thing, and then at the end said, "My jeans are black." It would be, yes, queen. You know, and I wouldn't give a shit either. Yeah. And I wouldn't give a shit about that either. That would be perfectly fine. Like, yes, it's clearly a word play here. She's talking about jeans, but she's not talking about fucking white supremacist Nazi jeans. She's talking about her giant tits. Like, that's exactly what she's talking about, man. Like, she's an attractive woman. She has good genes. There is absolutely no doubt about that. But of course, the woke left freaks the fuck out because it's a white girl who's not ashamed of it, right? And that's what they hate. Now, there is... I think this story is also important, though, because this shows you the opposite end of the Jow Swoll situation, where, as far as I know, American Eagle has not issued an apology. Sydney Sweeney hasn't. They're not even addressing it. And just for a gander, I checked out. This morning, I was like, hey, I wonder how American Eagle stock is doing, and it is as of a week ago, it's up like 16%. So, you know, the smart people, the people who are putting their money in it, they understand that woke is dead. These people do not have power anymore. And Jow Swoll, he gave them power when he did that ridiculous apology. But if he had just told them to fuck off, he'd still be Jow Swoll today. He'd still be making lots of money on his posts and all that. And I'm sure he'll probably be back. But, you know, this is just a ridiculous example of the double standard of the left. I think if you again, if it were a black girl who had this exact same ad and was like, "My jeans are black," at the end, it'd be, "Oh yeah, you go, girl, you go, queen." But when it's a white girl, the only appropriate thing, if you're attractive, now if you're an ugly white girl, it's fine. If you're an attractive white girl, the only appropriate way to approach this is to be ashamed of yourself. And that's ridiculous. Woke is all about self-hate, and that's why everything to do with what the West is about, and they call it whiteness. Just why, when you talked about earlier, seems like there's favorite religions. They'll favor Muslims but hate Christians. That's only because Christianity is a religion of the West, and being woke is all about self-hate. If it was reversed, if Islam was the religion of the West and the Middle Eastern religions were Christian, the exact same thing would be in reverse. They would be hating Muslims and favoring Christians. So it isn't really about the religion. It is about hating where you come from and who you are.
I'm looking right now, and I cannot see an apology from American Eagle.
No, I don't think they. They said or did anything. And I bet you it'd be interesting if they did. I bet you their stock would be down. But you know what happens though? If they apologize, their stock probably would be down. But then they would say, "Oh, see, it's because you did this." No, it's because they did the fucking apology. The lesson to take away here is never give these freaks an in. Sweeney did it right. I don't think she's apologized, nor should she. It's fucking, it's clearly a ripoff of an old Calvin Klein ad. That I'll see if I can bring this up. Where she does basically the same thing. Oh yeah, I found it too. So again, no one said anything about her being a Nazi propagandist.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code.
This is from 1986.
Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations.
Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution.
This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its
actually
traits
good ad.
to future generations. Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may fade away while other genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes better equipped than others to endure in the environment. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein genes.
So it's obviously a ripoff of that ad.
But you know what's interesting about that though is that the Sweeney's ad is like 10 seconds long. That one,
yeah, that one's longer.
They both sound like they've been hit in the head way too many times. Like they don't sound smart at all. I'm happy that it's only 10 seconds compared to the 1 minute. But see how much more information people were giving.
I noticed that too.
A 1 minute ad. Don't even think about it. A 1 minute ad. People are not.
Social media has just dumbed us all down. We're too retarded to pay attention for more than 10 seconds. But the vibe is the exact same. She talks. I'm sure she probably tried to like model her voice after Brooke Shields there. Now that was probably problematic in its own right because I think Brooke Shields. Yeah, I think she was like 13 there. So I mean that's its own issue. But yeah, it's
really.
I know. Yeah. But
it was so grainy.
Yeah, it's from the 80s for sure. Yeah, it's the woke left. Again, it's all about power, really. They don't really care about racism. It's just about that's how they use to control you. And the reason there's I just played one of those videos, but there's dozens of them out there. They all look like that woman. They all saying the same thing, just freaking the fuck out, screaming, some of them. And what they're really upset about is I think they can sense they're losing their power. They can sense the vibe is changing, and it freaks them the fuck out. And that's I think that's why they went after Jow Swoll so hard, because for a brief moment they're like, oh thank God, get my fix. I can get my fix. He fell for it. He apologized. Get him, boys. But yeah,
He had such an easy out. Just what I said earlier.
Oh, so easy.
I was brought up in the 80s and the 90s. We idolized guys like Arnold, the Hulk Hogan, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chuck Norris, the list goes on and on. What's his name? Wesley Snipes. They were all in shape. Because of them, I still work out. Because of them, I took my vitamins. How many of us ripped shirts? How many of us did martial art in the garage, like not fucking knowing what we were doing because Chuck Norris was the shit or Bruce Lee was the shit? So he had such an easy out. You can look in anybody's closet and guess what? You're going to find skeleton. There's not one person out there that's perfect. Yep. Unfortunately, if it's on the internet, it lives forever. But you can't judge people for what they did 40 years ago by today's standards.
No.
And not only that, you know that later in life, he actually repented and gave himself, like he became a Christian. So he actually admitted his wrongs. Like it's like going to an NA meeting, Narcotic Anonymous meeting, and admitting that you have problems and I want to be better. However you feel about Christianity, that's fine. That's not the point. The point is that he tried to be better. So obviously we all done some bad shit in our lives. But to judge me for all the bad... I don't know one single person that's perfect. I don't know one. Not one. Human being is perfect. Never will be.
This idea that because you might respect or appreciate someone in one context means you have to agree with every single thing they say. I'm sure Joey Swoll probably had no fucking clue about these racist words that Hogan said. I certainly didn't. Most people don't follow Hulk Hogan's fucking every day. Joe, legend has it that Hulk Hogan ripped his own shirt open when the EMTs arrived. Brother.
And did you ever see him act with kids? Hulk Hogan was great with kids. I was just watching a video this week of this kid is showing up to Hulk Hogan. He's in a protein store, like protein powder store. And he has a little table and he's talking to people and the kid's full get-up's like, hey, brother. And he starts talking to Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan just goes right into it. Just the kid is like 8 years old, way too young. The only reason that kid
he's racist, though. That's a racist kid.
Yeah, of course. But
you should apologize.
The reason that young kid knows about Hulk Hogan is because he probably has a father that's our age that taught him about Hulk Hogan. Because that dude hasn't been competing in decades. But the way he acts with children is great. Like in front of the camera, he was an icon. Love the guy or not, that dude made the WWE or WWF back then what it is today. There wasn't.
Well, he was
it would have never picked up that way. Never.
He was just a massive cultural figure that had broad cross appeal, like cross genre appeal. People who had no interest in wrestling knew who Hulk Hogan was, right? It's like Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky. People who, he's a transcendent figure, and you know most people appreciate him for his wrestling career. Once he retired from wrestling, I don't think too many people even followed him. It's just ridiculous that Joey Swoll would be expected to know every fucking word and then be responsible for every word that Hulk Hogan said because he wore a Hulk Hogan fucking costume a couple years ago and express condolences for the death of his childhood hero. So what, like, should we dance on his grave because he said the N-word 20 years ago? Like, fucking grow up, man. It's so exhausting. It's got to be fatiguing for you guys too. Yeah, you know, as Angry Canadian says, while watching WWF, it was WWF back then in the 80s, I actually thought Hogan was calling me a Hulkamaniac. I was egotistical. Yeah, I mean, if you're a young man in that era, like, that's just, you were a Hulkster, man. You were a Hulkamaniac.
Like, to this day, you cannot play a Rocky song without me. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't care where it plays. I'm fucking
I gotta run to the freezer, get out a giant slab of beef, start fucking wailing on the beef.
I don't care where it is. As that song play, I'm fucking shadow boxing. I'm fucking stepping in the ring.
Yeah, so that's so make Hulk Hogan a star. And Mr. T, pity the fool. Pity the fool.
Oh, that's true because of his movie.
Yeah. He was Clubber Lane. Clubber Lane, yeah.
It's in the third one. He takes Sylvester Stallone as Rocky and just throws him out of the. But he's massive, right? People don't realize that Hulk Hogan was a big.
Well, yeah, he's that size at what, 6'3", 6'4"? Most people who are 6
was more 6'4", 6'5". 6'6"
Yeah.
even.
Most people 6'5" aren't big like that, right? They're usually pretty thin. But to be that kind of big and
I don't. 6'6". He's between 6'5" and 6'6".
Was he?
Oh,
Holy
no.
hell!
Oh, no. He's a big.
That's a big fucking dude. That's got to be with a body like that. That's got to be like 300, high 280s for sure.
Oh, I'm 230 right now at 6'1", and I'm natural. That dude's been staring.
Oh yeah. That's what I said. Motherfucker lasted 71 with all that gear, man. Holy hell! Like you got to be happy with that, bro. You're pumping that much juice into your body.
137 kilos. So yeah, about 280, give or take. No, hold on. I think I'll calculate it because it's 2.2.
130. Yeah, 2.2.
2.205. So 302 pounds. Yeah, big boy.
Wow, that's a big dude. Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you remember how jacked that guy was. Like, I remember him later in life, right? But man,
in the wrestling era, and like it's funny watching some of the wrestling interviews where him and Macho Man Savage, and they're just, you can tell they're so coked up because it's the 80s, right? And they're just fucking flying. But man, he was a cultural icon. You can't you know, I don't think one or a couple bad words, like even if they're legitimately shitty words, means that someone is irredeemable, means that, you know, I suspect he probably did some sort of apology back then. And it's probably fair to apologize because I think he wasn't on caught saying the N-word or whatever. And that's a fair apology. But yeah, to do what Jow Swoll did, man, that wasn't a good look.
Size difference? That's Muhammad Ali. Right?
Holy shit. Because he's a big boy. He's a big dude.
He was heavyweight champ. So, you know, he's a good 6'1", 6'2", probably 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Size difference. That's Hulk Hogan next.
He makes Ali look like a little schoolboy bitch.
Well, we both know that if they really fight, Ali would have.
Oh yeah, just fucking dust him. Just dust him. But that's a big dude, man.
You didn't know he was that big. Eh?
I thought he was 6'2" or something. Probably because most of the time,
Stallone is a small guy, right?
He's
5'7". But when he's in Rocky, he literally picks him up with one hand and he goes like this, just jacks. And you know that's not fake. He can pick up Sylvester Stallone on 175 pounds soaking wet and just holding up at 300 pounds on steroids. Like he's walking through the ring next to Sylvester Stallone and it looks like a child.
Oh, yeah. What Rocky was that he was in? Was that one of the earlier ones?
I know them all, bro. It's number 3.
What was
Rocky's
Mr. T was
shape.
2, right?
In the first, he's fat as fuck. Sylvester Stallone was not hitting the gym. He gets a shot against the champ. In the second, they fight again, and he starts getting ripped. In the third, he's jacked. He fights Mr. T.
Yep, Clubber Lane.
He discovered that he's been brought along, that Mickey's been choosing and picking his opponents, and they did not want to fight Clubber Lang.
Oh yeah, give me a shot.
And then in number 4, he fights the Russian. That's the most.
Oh yeah, Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
He kills. What's his name? The black guy. I actually really.
Oh, that was sad. Yeah, fucking Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
But you know that guy in real life too is jacked. It was jacked as.
Oh yeah.
Genetic.
Yeah.
And, it's in Predator. Do you remember?
Predator. Such a classic slice of the 80s, man. Just like they just zeroed in on their biceps for like 5 seconds.
Grip is just like
Dylan, you son of a bitch. I love Predator, man.
See, that's my point. I cannot go down that line, that history, and not be like a little child. I remember all of this. This is awesome. I want to rip my shirt off now. Like
fucking Jesse Ventura was in that. This stuff will make you
he's
sexual.
The one with the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
The Gatling gun.
This will make you pulls out the big wad of chew, puts in his lip. This will make you a sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me.
Oh,
it's
man,
so good.
The 80s was the shit.
Yeah, it was.
Damn, it was the shit.
Yeah, fuck. It's funny how a lot of the new movies today, What's that big Stranger Things? Is very clearly designed to look like the Goonies.
80s, yeah.
These 80s movies, Goonies or what are some of the other ones? Stand By Me and all those ones.
There was a great meme, if I can find it. Oh, there you go. Of course I could find it. This is such a great fucking meme, and it shows, in my opinion, the differences between the 80s when I grew up and the kids today. And there you have it. That meme is epic. Action heroes in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Action heroes today.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
It ain't the same, bitches.
Yeah.
It ain't the same.
Yeah, that's funny, eh? How they kind of snuck that under our noses. Where are the super jack dudes? I hate that. Like,
They're
what's
far
wrong?
right. Remember, we're far right just for going to the gym.
Yeah,
brother.
if you go to the gym and want big muscles, you're a white supremacist. Brother. That's fine. Give me the EMG, brother.
I like how we spoke about Hulk Hogan more than we did about our main topic today.
Yeah, that's right, eh? Joe says Predator holds the record for most movies that launched the most state governors. That's actually funny. Yeah, because Jesse Ventura became
So did
governor of
Arnold.
Minnesota. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So did Arnold, and then
Joe,
you're right. That is so funny.
I always thought Carl Weatherston ran for governor of Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, would have been a
That's
three-peat.
Apollo Creed, right?
Yeah, that's Paulo's. That's his name.
Have you, no homo, but have you seen that guy back in his prime without a shirt on?
Oh, dude.
That dude looks like
jacked.
you know, by today's standards, that he would have played Captain America unlike Captain America of today that needed to wear a padded suit.
Yep.
That dude somehow would have just lycra. That's it. Just
Oh yeah, dude was jacked, man.
But I'm not a fan of the roided up body similar to Arnold. I have respect for bodybuilders, what they do, I get it, but it's never been. I never look at that. And say,
Aspire
that's so
for that,
impressive.
yeah.
No, I like what they call the old Greek golden ratio.
Yep.
Where your shoulders are 1.6.
The Adonis
the
look,
size of
small
your
waist, broad
At
shoulders.
my size, I have about a 32-inch waist, which I'm almost perfect on the golden ratio. This is always what I worked out. And you look at a Carl.
Interesting.
You look at Carl.
Yeah.
And he has that body. Like he's a tall guy, right? He's not short.
Yep.
But you look at him, he doesn't look overly roided up. He just
Yeah.
is a classical Adonis look. Like that guy without a shirt on is just no homo. But goddamn, if you work out, you have to respect that, right? I do. I respect people that put in the time.
Well, aesthetics certainly changed. In the 90s, it was like the bodybuilding world was like the Ronnie Colemans and the Jay Cutlers, and those guys were just fucking huge. And they're all suffering now from I think Ronnie Coleman might be dead.
No, he's still alive, but he can't walk.
Their bodies are cooked. Like the body's not meant to hold that much weight. Your tendons don't really get bigger from steroids, just your muscles. Your tendons are still gonna, they're not designed to hold that kind of weight. But yeah, I think that, and then I think later in the 2010s, it was more that aesthetic of kind of what you were talking about, more of an Adonis look. Yeah, that looks good.
It's just that is a guy that is really in shape that probably isn't on steroid. He's probably just a genetic freak.
Hold on, was he in Happy Gilmore? Was he Chubbs? Oh, he was Chubbs. Holy shit.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God, he was too. Yeah, fuck, man. Yeah, I guess he was off maybe he never took steroids.
No, because you look at the guy, he was just like great fucking shape. Just good for him, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. Take a couple of these comments here.
Bro, back down memory lane.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I like when we do that. New Dog, when we're talking about the Sydney Sweeney issue, he says, of course, hot women are used to sell clothes. Nobody's going to look at a fat cow and think, I need to buy that shirt. I mean, they thought,
It's
marketing.
It's not called a shirt, it's called a parachute.
It seems like they tried to force that down our throats for the last couple of years with the overweight women and I don't. There's certainly a role to play for plus size models, selling plus size clothes. That makes sense. But that's not what they were doing. They were trying to sell us that as the ideal definition of beauty, and that was never going to fly. I think what happened was, somewhere between like 2010 and 2020, HR departments, which are predominantly stocked with woke white liberal women, they took over the marketing departments, and obviously it didn't go well. And now because at the end of the day, the corporations don't give a shit. They don't care about any of this. They just want to make money. They were told that was the way to make money. Turns out it wasn't. And now it looks like they're getting their senses back, and oh shit, yeah, attractive women, sexy women sell clothes. Oh fuck, we forgot about that. But yeah, I mean, that's just, you can force it down your throat all you want. You're not going to bio or socially engineer people to start lusting after, the fats.
Yet, we talked about this. I think it was last week or sometime this week, and now you're making me think about it. But in 2021, Seth Rogen was on the cover of GQ magazine.
Sexiest man alive or something?
And he was being sold as a masculine, good-looking man. Like,
they're really trying to just tear men down to nothing, eh? Just like any type of masculinity, just destroy it. This is a slightly off topic, but Bondi Beach in Australia, Sydney, it's like a famous beach. It's kind of like Venice Beach. It's known for like, they've got their outdoor gym and obviously big jack guys going. They removed those weights the other day because it attracted too much toxic masculinity. And it's a separate story, but it's all connected. It's all connected. The point is to put men in their place. Just tear us down to nothing. And you've got a newborn son. I've got a 16-year-old, and these are the lessons that we have to tell our kids, our sons, is don't listen to these people. They do not have your best interests at heart.
And the worst part is, once again, man, I fucking love when you feed me like this. You make it just so easy for me to just bring up a different subject.
Seg into something.
And this is something I wanted to bring up 2 days ago. We just ran out of time. It's just that today, man, there wasn't that big of stories.
There wasn't many stories.
So we're kind of shooting the shit with you guys, and that's what we tend to do when there's not that much going on. We appreciate you guys being here down memory lane, but it's funny enough that you bring up this masculinity where I agree with you. This is how I started creating content, and this is why I'm being flown to fucking San Francisco's, because that's what I used to talk about this shit all the time, and I'm still seen as that guy, I guess.
Yep.
But toxic masculinity is fucking bullshit. The lack of masculinity is toxic. But this is exactly why we see instances like this. So that was over the weekend. There's a woman that's getting attacked at a Brampton water park, and guess what the men are doing? Big fucking nothing. And that is
Sweet
what
fuck
happens when you want men to be pussified. This is exactly what the fuck happens.
The women are standing up.
You look at videos like this, and one thing's for damn sure, to all the people out there, if you ever try that shit with me, I don't give a fuck that you're a man. I don't give a fuck that you're a woman. You're getting your ass fucking knocked out. I'm gonna make an example out of you. That type of shit, walking towards me with your hands down like that, with your chin up, bang, that's it. You're doing some dodos.
Do you know that what happened there? Like, because it was a bit chaotic. It looked like just someone was just beating on this woman. But you know why? Like, the kind of like guys that are just thugs out there going around, they're not the ones they don't give a shit about the anti-masculinity. They're still going to go and do whatever they do. It's the decent guys who actually, they're like, oh, I guess I can't be masculine. I guess I don't want to be toxic. Those men in the past would have stood up for that woman. Now they're afraid to do it because they've been neutered by an anti-male ideology, anti-masculinity.
But you know what's funny? It's ironic that you say that they've been neutered because men have neutered themselves.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because this is what's funny is that if you were a real man, you wouldn't give a fuck what society expects from you. You'd just fucking do it because that's the right thing to fucking do. Men do not because we want to be praised for it, because it's the right fucking thing to do. So if you have to listen to society for them to tell you what a good man is, you're not a fucking good man. But that's why fathers are so important. That's why fathers are so fucking important. But here's more context. Like, I wanted to show the video, but there are two suspects that have been identified or sought after for that attack, and one of them's that, you know, that black guy that was walking around, that twig there that weighs like
skinny, I think
I took
little...
a dump that was bigger than him this morning. So here's a super small update.
Well, police are trying to identify two suspects after a woman was assaulted at a water park in Brampton. It happened last Wednesday at Wet n Wild.
Is trying to identify. I guarantee you, give me Meta's algorithm. I stuffed that fucking picture in there. 2 seconds, they've identified.
The internet can find. The internet can.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
On Finch Avenue. Police say there was an argument in the lineup for a water slide when the two suspects began to assault a woman. The fight then continued towards a shop in the park where the suspects allegedly used store merchandise as weapons, seriously injuring the victim. Anyone who recognizes the suspects in this image is asked to contact Peel Police.
So
that they can ignore it.
Of course, they're not going to prosecute them. Obviously, they're not going to prosecute them. But that would have been easy. They'd be so easy to identify. Shove that shit in the Meta algorithm, and I guarantee you, they can find it within 2 seconds. 2 seconds, it's identified.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So they just don't want to identify them. You know that.
It would be problematic.
You know that credit
right?
cards were used to purchase their tickets. You know that it would be very easy to track those two people down. It would not be. Plus, they have a very clear picture of his face.
Yep.
Both of them.
Yep. Oh yeah. But you know, we'll see if they. Even if they get arrested, they'll be out on bail or get house arrest for a week or something like that.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, nobody was pressing charges.
Really? Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? If you're looking at those type of events, you can be accused of disturbing the peace, because in Canada it's not illegal to fight. If you and I agree, we meet up and we're like, "Fuck you, you got."
I think so, right? You have the victim has to want to press charges.
It's not illegal to fight. What the police, if both people are consensual, as gay as that sounds, if both people are consensual to fight, it is not illegal. That's why you always get disturbing the peace. This is what the police comes back at you. Because I fought in public before. I've been quote unquote arrested, but they don't have anything. They can't hold you. If I'm not pressing charges and the other person's not pressing charges, there's nothing. So that's what we're seeing right now. There's no charges that are being pressed.
Maybe if the woman getting beaten isn't pressing charges, maybe there is some more context to the story. But you do see those videos a lot, and it doesn't seem like anyone does anything about it. I mean,
my biggest issue with that is not that people fight. I don't really give a fuck that people fight. I believe that there are situations where two guys need to fight it out. I 100% believe that.
I agree.
Sometimes all other avenues have been tried and ain't working. I want to kick your ass. No problem. Awesome. I believe that. But having 5 or 6 people stumping a woman that's unconscious on the ground, that is, I don't care who you are. I do not care who you are. I will interject. I will just pull you off that person. That's not right. That is not right. At that point, they're unconscious. It's not right. And this is my problem, is that nobody's stepping up to just, at that point, 5 against 1 is not right either. If you're fighting 1 against 1, I don't care that you're my buddy or not. If you're my buddy and you have a big mouth and somebody calls you out on it and wants to fight you, brother, I'm not fucking defending you. Yeah, if you had a big mouth and you wanted to fight, guess what? fucking words have consequences. Now, I'll make sure he doesn't, if you go down, I'll protect you to make sure he doesn't fucking stomp you to death. But at the end of the day, man, guys need to step up their game. Like, this is unacceptable. Guys with their cell phones recording this shit or walking away. If this scares you, you need to learn the skills to help others. Because what if that woman that's on the ground is your wife, your girlfriend, your sister, your daughter, your mother, your grandmother? Wouldn't you want a guy like me to show up and help her out? Of course you would. So if you're around that type of shit, you need to help those people out. Don't know how? Fucking learn. Go to a martial art gym, get in shape, and go learn how to defend people, defend yourself, and fight. That's on you as a man. 100%.
Yep. 100%. Well said. Probably put a pin in there, guys. Thanks for bearing with us through some technical difficulties as we get used to this new platform, but we'll sort out some of these issues. We'll try to get these comments fixed for tomorrow because I think it is.
Yeah,
I
miss having them there.
Yeah, I like to have them there on the side. Guys, excellent show again. Thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world today. You chose to be here with us, and we will always appreciate that. If you do want to support the show, if you think it's important what me and Nico are trying to do here, the best way you can do that is by becoming a member for the low price of $2.99 per month. Other than that, guys, we will catch you tomorrow. Remember, on Friday we will have two doctors here to discuss the state of the Canadian healthcare system and see how we'll see how that I think that'll be a pretty interesting conversation. Other than that, guys, catch you tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. We'll see you then.